What's going on, guys? It's Shane with Blacktop Racing, and I am here with Avante in this Salisbury Mobile. It's a 2013 Subaru BRZ Limited, and this is what I'm trying to get, folks. This is what you may see me in next year, but we'll see, because the car that I'm going to do next is the new WRX, which is the brother. I call this the little sister. So one of the things that we have to do, since we're actually in line, is that we actually have some notes right here. So some of the notes actually tells me to make sure that the AC is off, which I feel some air blowing in my face, so we're going to turn that down.
Actually, just turn it off with this thing.
Turn it off, yep. All right, hit that, and then what we got to do here?
Disable the traction control.
How on earth do you do that?
You hit the button and you hold it until it all comes off.
All right, so we are good to go, because I would have went out there like, man, this car is sluggish. What's going on?
Why does it not let me turn?
Yeah, it keeps cutting something off. I don't get this.
What's with this vibration?
Darn it. I can't put power down. It sucks. I want the WRX. And the thing is, with all these cars now, they all have traction control. There isn't many cars nowadays that don't. I think it's a legal thing, actually, but it is what it is. But with this car, it's equipped with RE90, 70, not 91. I was about to say 92s.
92s? No, I don't think so.
From the WRX days. Oh, so RE71s. And in front of me right now is actually Chris Higgins, and in the C Street.
You nearly got that going with his back tire.
Yeah, he did. There we go. Savini at the start.
Savini.
He's getting his cameo right now for the one takes. There we go. He's flexing. He's flexing. All right, so
nobody's noticing.
all right, so we're gonna see how the car works out right now. I've only seen the course once, so it's just gonna be a way of looking ahead. So we're starting off. Feels like VTEC's kicking it or something. Backside that. Go over here. Forgot where the course went. So the front end feels really good, because it's set up with little lift. This feels nice. Very nice and darty. So the rear end kicks around quite a bit, which is one of the things when I was talking to Steve about this, was he was saying that he has to watch his right foot management. And what I mean by that is that the way that this differential actually kicks in is different, more so than some of the other cars. So you can actually drive the rear a lot more. The difference between the BRZ and the FRS is actually the FRS tends to have a case of understeer, but you can negate that with a little bit of this right foot. So that's one of the things that the difference between the FRS and the BRZ is really just the springs.
59136.
59136. All right. So that's taking it nice and easy, kind of figuring out the course. Didn't really know what the heck was going on, quite honestly. I was looking so far ahead. I was looking at the downhill.
Too, yeah.
I was looking at downhill, saying, I don't think I'm supposed to go over there.
Yeah.
So all right. So what we got here, we have a 59.136, and yeah, so that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. So let's talk a little bit about the car. So it's a 2013 BRZ Limited. It's got 225s.
Yes.
RE71s. And right now the PSI is set to 28 all around. And the Miata I ran 27s. This car is a little bit heavier by about 300 pounds actually.
Right.
And the whole thing with this is actually Subaru engineered. With the twins, or now we can call them the triplets, because, well, actually still the twin, because the Scion is gone.
Yeah.
So with the twins, Subaru actually developed the car, and anybody watching this already knows about the history of it, but it's just some filler. But the car has 200 horsepower. The gearing is short, which allows it to accelerate a little bit better. The newer ones, the 2017s, they have even shorter gearing, got rid of some of the dip, and is also classed in D Street. So they say that if you're going to choose between the cars in D Street, try to get the newer ones, because it's a little bit more horsepower. They got rid of the dip a little bit, and the biggest thing is that the gearing is shorter, so you can actually accelerate a little bit better. The wheels are wider on the new ones by half an inch, but this one is a 7, So when you're debating as far as which way you want to go, this one is a notch down because they made the improvements this year. But do you want to spend the extra money, or do you want to get one of these that, you know, the limited, pricing them out is in the teens?
Yes.
I mean, so you're getting a good deal on this, and maintenance-wise, it's easy.
It's been easy.
You guys did have one issue with this car, though, as far as this is the second motor on it.
This is the second motor.
So
It was rebuilt.
yeah, so things happen. It is what it is. You're hauling butt, and that's about it.
We were very fortunate that we got ours. We were still under warranty. So we were very, very fortunate. Everything was in its limits in terms of being covered under warranty. So they didn't see anything unusual, which was great.
Sweet.
We were very, very fortunate there.
Yeah, no, that works out well, because it could have been a lot worse. I went through an engine with my WRX, and it's no fun. All right, so we're about to get running with our second run. I'm going to try and go all out here, so sorry if I'm a little bit quiet, because I want to see what these cars can really do. So you got to backside that guy, swing this around. Little tap of the brake just to get that. Gonna add a little bit of distance just to sweep this up. Little lift, roll back on the throttle. Little payoff. Little limiter there, just come in, stay tight. On the hill climb, I should have stayed tighter there, but that's all right. Little brush of the brake. Added too much distance there.
Nicely done.
All right, so 56691 is what I got there. And so I like it. It does have a hint of understeer, which the Subaru is known for, and that's one of the biggest differences between it and the FRS. So with the FRS, you can actually, sorry, he's just trying to give us the ticket. Thank you.
Not a police ticket.
Yeah. So we're just gonna pull over here so that way I can park it afterwards, and we'll kind of just sit down and spiel a little bit about the car to give you guys a little bit more info about the driving dynamics of it. So the BRZ is fun. It does feel like like size-wise, it doesn't even feel that much bigger than the Miata. I don't think size-wise it is that much bigger than the Miata.
I don't think it is. It's very nimble.
Yeah. The way that the car is set up right now, when I spoke to Steve, you just said max out as much camber as you can.
Yep.
There's one thing about that, though, that you do have to remember, is that with the Conies, they had a little bit more space for you to get more camber, and those weren't legal.
Right.
So when it depends on what you're looking for as far as shocks, just make sure that you get the right ones and that you're within the legal tolerance. Other than that, though, because camber makes a big difference on this car. If you can get the camber, then you can sweep even better.
Yeah.
And this car, the entry is good just because the dynamics of the car, but once you get kind of mid and the speeds gets higher, low speed it wasn't too bad. You just drive it with the rear. But as soon as you got up to the higher speed, the car starts understeering just a bit. So that's where positioning comes in. Or you just say, you know what, screw it. Oh,
you're going the wheel.
I'm going to just squeeze it in. I'm
going to make you go.
You're going to turn, goddammit. And one of the things that I did with that was actually I kind of just eased off every time I wanted to turn in on those higher speeds. One thing that got me is coming down the hill, it actually hit the limiter.
I was surprised you hit the limiter. I really was.
And then it just kind of cut off. I was like, what's going on? Oh, my braking zone is right here anyway. So that's one thing that was cool. The dip on this course wasn't as prevalent as I thought it was going to be. So other than that, it was good. So we will see what's going on. But you've been campaigning the car for a year. What do you think? And you have a WRX.
And I have a WRX,
yeah.
So it's different from the WRX. You're used to a push monster and not a underpowered Mustang.
Yeah.
So I'm not used to allowing the back end to do the work
Yep.
and just using the wheel to steer.
Yeah.
Whereas with the WRX, you got to throw everything at it. You really got to throw it
Yep.
to get it to
Chuck,
break loose.
chuck.
And it's point and go. Whereas this
Yep.
is a little more momentum.
Yes.
And you really do have to set up your lines.
Mm-hmm.
And again, with like the WRX, you have to you put on the throttle, you go get your cup of coffee, you wait
Yep.
for the turbo to kick
Yep.
in, and then you go. Right? With this one, you can be on the throttle and it's already picking up speed. It's just whether there's enough power to
Yes.
get back up these hills.
Yes. Yeah.
It's been fun. I like how nimble it is. I like how it's I like the nimbleness of it. I
Yeah.
just have to decide that I'm not scared.
Yeah, and the limits are high. I mean, I'm smitten about it because it kind of feels like a very light ST car.
Yeah.
Versus what the WRX is wailing. But we'll see how the new WRX
Does,
is
yeah,
and
for sure.
see if that wails a lot. But in comparison, this to me just feels like a nice limited ST car. The shocks are pretty much on full stiff. The conies are.
Yes.
So no, it's pretty crazy. So let me check real quick to see if there's any notes that that Steve had me mention here. So
Other
let's
than
see.
the fact that it's got usually the booster seats for
Yeah.
hauling the kids. And they complain about the fact, Mommy, I don't have any room for my feet. Sit cross-legged.
Sit to the side. You'll be all right.
You'll
You'll
be
be all
all
right. So no, we kind of mentioned everything. Just as a K&N filter
Yes.
drop in, other than the Coney shocks, the max alignment, and then zero toe all around.
We also
at
got the lighter
moment.
wheels. We're obviously not using the stockers.
Yeah, and so with the lighter wheels, these are the Yankees. So try to get as much advantage as you can.
As you can.
So to summarize it, yes, I still love this car. Like the driving position is good. You know, it has a telescoping and tilt. It actually has a bubble for your helmet. If you put up too close.
Yeah, I've never hit. And
Yeah.
you're taller than I am.
Yeah, and
for
so
sure.
I actually have to move back a little bit just so I can get into that bubble. But it works out very well. I mean, the dynamics of the car is really nice. People kind of hate certain things about it, but whatever.
Even the stock seats have
the
the nice
bolsters.
bolstering.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to put the race seat in,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And then these have the leather with the Alcantara. So this is what I'm trying to get right now. So I'm really happy that I got a chance to drive it. And we'll see what's going on with the WRX next. So thank you guys. Thank Avante. Thanks Steve
You're welcome.
for letting me howl this car. And yeah, check out the next video with the WRX. Also D Street prepared.
Not prepared.
D Street prepped. And then we'll kind of see how everything pans out from there. But thank you guys. Thanks to the sponsors, Agile Auto, along with Apex Junkie, Shakashang. So catch you guys later, and the WDCR for letting me do all this stuff. Catch you guys later.
Woohoo.
Peace out.